Okay, our isometric drawing packet number 1 that we're practicing and learning in through. Now, isometrics, everything is switched, and if you'll pay attention and you'll look at your grid paper that we're now dealing with, it's no longer that grid paper that you've been used to us using with the regular, looks like, you know, you draw a regular thing. Notice how everything's down on the angle, and that's because everything's on that 36 degree angle so that we can all draw isometrics, because isometrics, everything is switched on this axis here, and it's usually going to be on that 30-60. But we're going to zoom out here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take these two views here and transfer them to the box. So the first thing we do, my paper's nice and lined up again, so we're going to block it in. The first couple of drawings I was nice, and I very faintly gave you that first box to start with. So that's the first thing I'm going to do. And again, always lightly draw this in. This is why I'm using the yellow, so that you can kind of see it better. Now, I'm going to look at it and go, okay, what's my distance from O to A? If I look here, it says it's 0.88. If I look down here, I've already given you that distance. So we have that part right here. So this is good. We have that part right there. What we need to now get is we need to get that O to B. So we need to figure out what that measurement is. And if we go through and measure it, and we can figure that out, it's all there. What we're going to do is we're going to look at it and go, okay, if I am doing an approximation and I'm looking at proportionally, what does it look like? Should go about right there. Right? That looks proportional to that size here. Then I look at my front view and I go, what does it look like on the front view? On the front view, it's an angle that comes down. So I have to draw that angle here. To continue and make it finish going through, I have to draw the angle in the back here. So now we have a very simple isometric drawing, pictorial, that looks essentially like this. Remember, just get your triangle so you can draw your nice perfectly straight lines. Never, ever, ever use a scale or a ruler because of the ridges on it. Again, when you're drawing pictorials, sometimes we need them shaded just so we can see it better. And there's nothing wrong with shading. Shading is our friend at times. All right, so we did the same thing for these. We want to draw this one. We are going to draw, I don't want to draw an oblique, I want to draw an isometric of this one. So let's go in, keep everything proportional. So I look at my box, try to figure out what my box should be. Let's draw a, no, don't necessarily like that one. So sometimes you may not like it, so that's why you always do it lightly so you can erase it. Let's do a sketch, an isometric sketch of a coffee mug, just because those are pretty simple to do. Or we can do a soda can. Here, we'll do a soda can. So I'm going to proportionally sketch it, like if I was drawing a soda can here. This one I don't have to count. This one I'm just proportionally, and I'm looking in it, go, no, if I'm doing a soda can, it should be nice and square, right? So it looks something kind of like that. So that's kind of my box. Let's go ahead and make it yellow. We know a soda can, when we look down the top of it, it's circular. So I will need to find those center points. And then I'm going to have my lips that's going to touch in here. So I'm going to have it look something like that. And then somewhere in here I'm going to have that opening. And I'm going to have that little tabby looking thing that goes on top of it. And now I need my body. Bring it down. Bring it down. Bring each one of those points down to where it kind of like hits that bottom of that box. If I draw through my bottom of the box, it fits there. Draw them down to where they hit those points. Because then I should be able to draw that bottom ellipse. And then I can come back and draw it where it fits on there like that. And I don't know, I may have our little wrapping on here that says Coca-Cola or soda or whatever. All right, this one's the same thing. We take it, we look at it, we draw it. Lock it in. Get your invisible see-through block. Okay. And then you transfer your views onto it. So I look on it here and I say, okay, where would that top measurement be? That top measurement shows it coming back something like that to that. Over here. Stops approximately, say about probably right there. So I got my top view, then I look at my front view. My front view says it drops down. Comes over. According to this, something like that. And we keep going through and we draw it. Looks at something like that. And we just keep going through and we keep drawing them. Same thing with this one. Go at it, look at it, it's blocked in, transfer your views. 2 1/4, so let's say to, what, here? My front view, I know it comes down, something like that. Don't know, I'm doing something like this, because that's this little edge part right here. And then I know we have this little piece here, and I have to find it. I have to find where is it at. Well, okay, it's going to be centered on this. It's going to be in here somewhere. So it looks like it's in one square, right? Looks like it's in one square for each side. So something like that on the bottom. Well, I have to actually draw it up still too. So it looks something like that. Ends up looking something like this. And I drew that one extremely fast, and then it's very rough. Not a very good drawing, but it's just a quick representation so you can kind of get a feel for it. So you're going to practice going through, and you're going to go practice, and you're going to draw isometrics, okay? You can do these. They just take practice. There's nothing wrong with it. You practice it. You can't see it from looking at the views. Look at the examples, because, yeah, I'm giving you examples of what they should look like. But the more you draw it, the more it starts to make sense. Sometimes you have to draw things and look at it before it finally starts to click and go, ah, I get it. And that's all right. Just keep practicing and don't give up. You're going to have quite a few more to draw today. It should keep you busy for at least 45 minutes. Good luck. You've got